Well, I'm about to start giving this bust figure the treatment that I did on the 1/6 scale figure for the Tiger Moth, and that is I'm adding layers of blue foam to make the figure deeper because there's a lot more visible on the Fokker DR1. So I'm going to build it up, and I have, last time I sort of winged it a bit, but I have some better idea of the dimensions of the arm. For example, the upper arm should be about 7.5 centimetres at a 1/4 scale. So with that in mind, as I'm building up the layers, I'm aware of that, and that's what I'm going to try and work at. So I'll crack on with this and we'll see what he looks like when he's a little bit fuller figured. So there we have him, built up. There may be little bits added, but I'm going to try and imagine now what the figure would look like and where the creases would be for the arm, which is coming sort of down here. The point at which it starts to move in, about 7.5 inches, I reckon. So yeah, so that's at about that point there, and then it becomes the forearm, so that's got to come out there. So basically it's trying to envisage the shape of the body in the block. Let's get cracking. After a little bit of gluing and coaxing, this is basically the blue foam figure carved. I'm going to cover that in some lightweight spackle or filler once everything's dried, and then we'll get them painted up. And I think you really can start to see the advantage in having a full figure in the cockpit, or a fuller figure, shall we say. There we go. Next stage, painting it up. And there we have them painted up and added in. You can see that there are hands there, top of legs, enough to make it interesting. The next stage will be adding the fake leather around here, which is going to be fun and games. So we'll crack on with that and see if we can get this part of the project completed. Right, the final stage now. I'm going to, I've got some fake leather here. It's basically a rubberized fake look with some cloth on the back of it. And I'm going to try and glue it down with some contact adhesive. You'll notice I've done it on a slight curve. I'll glue it along the edge first, and when that's set, I'll pull it over and glue on the inside. Right, let's have a look, see how it goes. So I'm using contact adhesive because I think that's the sort of strength of bond I'm going to need. Hello, Missy. So I'm just applying it around here. I'm trying to keep it away from the foam because I know it will eat into the foam. Oh, what stuff to use this, especially on a curved surface. So I'm just using a coffee stirrer. And I'm going to do just a section at a time. Get it maybe halfway. You obviously, with contact adhesive, I'm sure you're aware of this, you apply it to both surfaces. Right, that's as far as I'm going there. And I'll put some along this edge here. And then you'll be coming back when I'm ready to clag it on, as they say in the northeast. Right, back in a bow. Well, let's see if this works. certainly stuck. Okay, I've just got to carry that process on all the way around, and then I can pull it round to achieve the look I'm after. Cool. Well, here we have a quirky little addition to the Fokker DR1 black version. Let's explain what it is. Let's get it out from the printer. Well, there we have it. The coaming's been added. I want to add at some stage stitching around here, but how I'm going to do that I'm not sure, so I'm going to call it a day. What you will see, I hope, is this anemometer in the background. I discovered it as a file on Thingiverse, and when I looked at it I was intrigued. There aren't many photographs of it being fitted, but they were fitted to DR1s and they're extremely rare. When full-size ones come up for auction, they achieve a ridiculous price. And when I looked at the file, and I printed it out, printed quite well apart from the guards around the cups, which needed a little bit of retro work to get them okay. When I looked at it, I thought, it's massive, it's way too big. But I actually did a bit of research and found one that came up for auction, and it had a dial of 10 centimeters diameter. Well, this one is 2.5, so it's exactly quarter scale. And just for a bit of fun, I thought I'd make one and fit it on. Shall we see what it goes like when you put some air onto it? Here we go. Away it goes. So there you go, just for a bit of fun. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe, and you'll follow the rest of the journey of the restoration of this beautiful DR1, a real statement when it's in the air. Thanks for watching.